Hey everybody, it's Atrona. I hope you guys are doing great and all is well. Today we're going to do a quick review over the Boss Conquest event. So let's get right to it. So the Boss Conquest event is the event that they just released this morning, and it's the one that allows you the chance to get the 4-star equipment, or the 4-star accessory rather, that's going to help you get through the floor clearing event. It's, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, it's 4 missions long, hardest one being Master. I haven't gotten the hang of it, but I've used when I'm quoting, like air quotes, my crash dummies to kind of look into it. And I decided I'd go ahead and do that in an attempt to show you guys how this works. I'm going to go solo. And so the reason why I call them crash dummies is because these girls, the school outfit girls, after you do the 3rd sword skill, they don't really flinch or anything like that. So I can get right into it and I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So right now what we're going to review is the parryable attacks, the unparryable attacks. We're also going to go a bit over like a possible strategy that you could use. The first thing that I'm going to mention is do not approach this guy head on, like horizontally speaking, because he has an insanely long range. Right now I'm only doing it just so that she can go right into it and use her 3rd sword skill. But first let's see if I can show you how far this guy's attack is. It's like what, like around here or so? Yeah, it's really far, and that's one of the imparables. I'm going to call that the pray and punch. He stabs the sword into the floor, takes a couple of seconds, and then he goes ahead and punches. The parrying timing for that is really strange though, because you have to parry before he attacks. It's kind of like you're putting the, you see I missed it. It's kind of like you have to time it so that your weapon is already up in the air and he just happens to punch it. So let's see if I can go over a couple of the attacks that he's going through right now. So he's going to go for a couple of swings. I'm going to label that the double swing. Here we go for another pray and punch. Can't get that. That's the overhead swing, or the overhead slam. The downside to that one is that once he does that slam, there's going to be like these 3 glaciers that come out of the floor. Very similar to like the Athena event. There you have it. That's a charge swing. You can see the difference because of the color of the sword. Let's see what else he got. There's also single swings. The main issue with those double swings, that was a single swing right there. But the main issue with the double swings is that the second swing reaches behind him. So if you try taking advantage of that, I missed it. If you try taking advantage of that by going behind him and attacking him back there, you're gonna have a bad time, as that meme says. Let's see. Oh, I missed it. Okay, so he's spitting these water balls. These do a lot of damage, and I mean like an insanely high amount. I'm gonna call that the toe stabber. That's the other parryable attack, which you guys have seen before because it's from the same format. After you take away about half of his health, when he does the pray and punch, he does like a powered up version, and I think it raises his defense. I'm not sure. I know that there's some buff involved. Ah, come on, just let me get 120. Oh, this is a punch. Yeah. So that's the upgraded version. Does a bit more damage, but you should be okay. Let's see. Now, there's more of the water spheres. The other really dangerous attack that he does is what I call the Super Bowl. He's gonna stab the sword into the floor, and a giant gush of water comes out, and it has a really big area of effect. And if you get caught in it, you're gonna take a very big chunk of damage. Jeez, that swing! Like those swings are freaking, they're huge ranges. So what I was thinking is that most of the attacks you could do from in front or behind him. That way you can easily dodge, as you can see I'm doing. Whoa. You see, if I were behind him though, that second, I'm dead. You see, considering how easily she's been taking all those other hits, that maybe helps put that into perspective. I'm out. Oh, never mind. It didn't even do that much damage. These do though. And so the downside to that is that he'll shoot those out first, and then he'll start swinging. And if you get, you know, thrown back by it, you're gonna hit those spheres. I'll get out of there. And obviously I'm not being very tactical with this because my characters have like, and I think these characters have the most damage resistance. Ooh, I'm about to eat the dirt. Ooh, got it, nice. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over the video and I'm gonna put little like notes here and there, I guess like subtitles. I would probably just abbreviate it. The boss that we're fighting, as you saw, was water type, and to get an S class on this thing, you have to beat it in under 2 minutes. Pretty tough to do. What did disappoint me a bit is that unlike most other events where the event item is a drop item, this one actually isn't. This is, I think it's like the second if you include the fire spear. But oh no, actually, no, yeah, it is. It's one of the very few where it's exclusive to the points that you gather throughout the event. And so if you look at the list, you'll see, let's see, if you go all the way to the bottom, you see the very last ones, you get some R3s, and then early on into the score, you get a bunch of R2s. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah. So in total, you get 6 R3s and 6 R2s. So if you mash that all together, that amounts to 2 4-stars. So in the end, you're only gonna have 2 of these items if you manage to get all the points. Me personally, I wouldn't be going for master level. I'd be going for EX because I do it a lot quicker. It's a lot easier for me, like less stress, less effort needed. So I'd probably be able to hammer that out pretty quickly. Let's move on to my ranking order at the Athena event. I'm actually quite surprised. We're towards the very last day. I ended up in the same spot. It's like the day before the last, and I'm still in 5th place. Pretty happy about that. And thanks to the mission quest, which was the one for the previous video that I had mentioned, I was able to gather up to 150 crystals. Yeah, so thanks to the mission challenge campaign, I was able to gather 150. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to the scout, and I'm gonna see if I can scout out a weapon or two for these astronomical beings. Oh, okay, I threw myself off for a second. I was like, hello? That's because it's for the people. Sorry. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, dual swords. And what I tend to do is I'll keep the 3 stars because if you get enough 3 stars, you can merge them into a 4-star. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get something, a 3-star that maybe I've already have a couple of copies of. Yeesh, this scout isn't looking too friendly to me right now. Oh. Alright. Okay, I know I have one of those already. I just need 2 more of those. Earth Dragon Stinger. Petra Bow. Man, I'm not getting anything. Well, I know I have an Ice Blade. Huh? Can I get at least 1 red box? Nope, didn't get anything. Well, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. That's what happens when you live the F2P lifestyle. But yeah, okay, so I've got a couple of copies. I might be able to get a 4-star out of merging them. I don't think so, but yeah. So that concludes the video. I hope it helps. If you guys have any suggestions for techniques or anything like that, go ahead and comment below. And if you can't wait for the floor clearing event, which I'm super psyched about, go ahead and hit subscribe. The event says it's gonna last about a week, so I'm assuming that the floor clearing event is gonna happen within the week. It probably shouldn't happen after this event is over. It should happen before it's over. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm probably gonna end up dividing the event into like 4 or 5 videos. because it's what, 100 floors. So about every 20 floors, I'll make a video for it. That's if I'm successful. So yeah, so that concludes the video for today. Like I said, hope it helps, and I'll check you guys next time.